everyone. Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm Leanne Evans, and this is the lovely Angie Hill.
Well, hello, everybody, and happy Oktoberfest.
We are so happy to be here with you guys and celebrating the Oktoberfest Thanksgiving Day Parade. It's going to be a fun one.
It sure is, and I'm glad everybody is here bundled up. It's so funny. It's like Oktoberfest Parade Day, boom. Wear the clothes, like the warmest clothes you can find.
I know it is. It is a little chilly out here this morning, but I have multiple pairs of pants on and multiple layers, so I think we're going to be warm and bundled up and ready to go. And it looks like things are already getting underway here.
It does so, and thank you so much to our Waterloo Regional Police for getting this underway. And it's so nice to hear the sirens and see the lights when it doesn't involve you driving.
Yes, that's the spirit, Angie. And that's a good reminder for everyone to be driving safe out there today on this Thanksgiving Monday. So excited to be a part of it.
Absolutely. And of course, this broadcast brought to you by Pillars Fine Meats. Thank you so much, Pillars Fine Foods, for sponsoring this amazing parade here for Oktoberfest. It's an annual tradition here on the streets, and even though over the years, Leanne, the route itself has changed quite a lot, but going down Weber Street, I really quite enjoy it. It's really nice.
Yeah, and the sun is shining. We are broadcasting live outside the Registry Theater on Frederick Street here in downtown Kitchener. Everyone has a smile on their face this morning.
Absolutely, they do. And of course, bringing non-perishable food items for the Onkel Hans food drive is one of the big traditions here. And unfortunately, we say this every year, the need keeps getting greater for food and food donations.
Yeah, it certainly does. Angie, last weekend, Food Drive partners worked together collecting almost 1,900 pounds of food and nearly $3,000 in monetary donations during the annual Stuff a Bus campaign. Of course, that bus was filled outside the Zares, outside Conestoga Mall, I believe. So amazing stuff. Thanks to all the community members for stuffing the bus.
Absolutely. And you're going to see members of the media walking here today from CTV, from Bell Media, from Rogers Media as well. All the radio stations, TV stations getting together to make sure that this is a productive day. And leading the Uncle Han Foods Drive charge, beginning of the parade earlier this morning, was Oktoberfest 2023-2024 Ambassador Ali Steffler, who has really done an amazing job to fill her little dirndl this year. Leanne, is going to be tough. A recent Masters of Arts Media Production graduate at Toronto Metropolitan University, Ali is currently working as a producer's executive assistant at Cynthia Film.
Yeah, Ali has been amazing. It's so great chatting with her and getting to know her as well. Her goal during her time as ambassador has been to really create an atmosphere where everyone, regardless of their background, has the opportunity to experience the unity that Oktoberfest embodies. Ali's been an amazing festival leader. I'm sure we'll get to see her engaged in many different community initiatives in the future as well. So go, Ali!
Absolutely. And joining her for the Food Bay Collection, of course, the festival, October 19th, will be the end when we announce the new ambassador, which has been a really, really, really hard decision.
Yes, it certainly has. All right, as tradition, Waterloo Regional Police Services are at the front of the parade, and they will be leading those festival goers with the floats and their bands coming down now.
Okay. And here's the color guard provided by the Royal Canadian Legion Branch 530 from Waterloo. The guard includes Canadian veterans, members of the Royal Canadian Naval Reserve, HAMCS, members of the 31 Combat Engineer Regiment, the Elgins, and Sea Cadets from RCS CC Warspites.
Beautiful music
big
to
wave.
listen to
Absolutely.
here this morning. All right, Angie, are you ready for some music?
Always, especially when it's the Fergus Pipe Band.
Exactly. Proudly presented by Muscleman Excavating. This band has been continuously active for over 95 years. It's one of only a few bands in Ontario that can lay claim to that distinction. Wow, incredible.
And I see they're braving the cold morning here in the kilt, organized in 1927 by a couple of World War I vets who served in the Seaforth Highlanders. And we're so happy again to have them at our Oktoberfest parade.
Let's watch them come down.
Okay.
Did you see that there, Angie? You know who
Here
that
he
is.
comes. Here he comes, my favorite man during Oktoberfest time. Uncle Hans is here, and I wonder if he's got Frida in tow.
I wonder. Do you know how tall this version of Uncle Hans is?
I have no idea.
I think he's about 15 feet tall.
Wow.
Larger than life, some say.
I'd say for sure. Of course, he is out and about the festival. You'd be able to see Uncle Hans and have your picture taken with him.
Yeah, and this year Uncle Hans is sponsored by Air Canada and Landline.
And for those of you who haven't heard, Air Canada and Landline have partnered together to provide luxury transportation on a premium motor coach between the Region Airport and Toronto's Pearson Airport, because we all know how that can be, right?
Yeah, honestly, that's incredible stuff. I can't wait to take that myself someday.
I know. Sometimes you just dread that drive, and thank you so much for that opportunity for that motor coach. It's so good.
Oh, look at this. The Waterloo Siskins walking down here.
Uh-huh. All right, and coming up here behind the Siskins, the board president of KW Oktoberfest, Alan Cayenne.
The man of the hour and the
Exactly.
day and the festival.
And this is his third year term as president because, you know, he started during the whole COVID times.
Yes, okay. And, you know, Alan has been a volunteer for 19 years and is actually the youngest president in the festival's history. I always say to myself, how does Alan do it?
I know, he's everywhere all the time, for sure. But, hey, have you ever seen him dance, Leanne?
Oh, I haven't.
Well, Alan is now the recent champion of the Waterloo Easter Seals Dancing with the Stars, an amazing community supporter. And to be quite honest, he and his partner, honestly, were so good looking. I came out and I actually said to them, you know, I really hate good looking people. They didn't win for their looks. It was definitely their talent.
Yeah, well, you know what? Amazing stuff. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
In a country that welcomes everyone, there's one holiday that does too. It's a holiday that's a little humbler. It's a chance to share a meal with family and friends and make some lasting memories. At the center of that meal, Canadian turkey, raised by Canadian farmers like us, on Canadian farms like this one. Put all that together and you have something pretty great. So here's to Canadian Thanksgiving and Canadian turkey.
Well, welcome back, everyone.
All right, so it is the Oktoberfest parade here in Kitchener-Waterloo as we get ready for, well, there's well over 100 floats here today, Leanne.
Yeah, this is going to be an awesome day. The sun is shining, a little chilly, little on the chilly side of things, but nonetheless, it's going to be a great day. We are just on a little bit of a hold, so you're just going to have to hang out with Angie and I.
And that's okay. All right, I have a question for you. Did you get your dinner in yet? for
Okay,
Thanksgiving?
so we went to a little family gathering in Guelph yesterday. Shout out Wendy for hosting everyone. But yeah, we actually kind of went the non-traditional route. We did pizzas outside
Oh.
on the pizza oven. They have a pizza oven out in their backyard. So It was awesome, you know?
Good.
You kind of had that, instead of the, tired from the turkey dinner, you had the tired from the pizza dinner.
Which is pretty good in itself. So I need to tell you, I won Thanksgiving this year.
Ooh.
I won Thanksgiving because my son came home from the West, and
Aw.
I surprised my mom,
Oh.
who normally makes a big deal when my brother comes home. This year, I won Thanksgiving because I brought the prized possession.
You brought the true prize
Right.
possession.
I
How
know.
did your mom react?
Oh, she was. But then she said, I had a feeling. She even had set a plate for him,
Aww.
not knowing quite if he was going to be home or not. But
She was hopeful.
oh, yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. And Angie, that's what Thanksgiving's all about. It's
Yeah.
being together. It's not about the things in life. It's about the family, the friends, the good conversations that you get to have. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
The conversations around our table revolved around broken bones and gout. My cousin's wife showed up with another broken arm.
Oh, no.
And I know, she fell downstairs or something. And my stepdad just had a knee replacement
oh, wow.
and then got gout in the other foot. I know this is really quite the conversation to have, but the truth is that was our conversation around the table.
All right, we've got a few more minutes here. So, yeah, just a few technical difficulties. Angie, it's hard getting these floats in order because they're so big.
Exactly, right? And if you have a problem with one at the beginning, then you're going to have a problem with all of them. So today will be Family Day at most of the fest halls. I know Concordia has their Family Day going on today. Of course, Vilcom and Platts will be open downtown Kitchener all day
Yep.
as well. But I love the Monday, Leanne, because you can take the kids out. And I think it's Concordia has root beer.
Oh,
for the
root
kids.
beer. Gotta love that.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Stay with us.
Our pets deserve the very best, so they can be their very best. That's why Nutrim is devoted to delivering the best ingredients through two key principles: optimum absorption and optimum combinations. Our holistic approach includes not only healthy ingredients, but how the different components interact and impact the body. Our optimum combinations ingredient pairings complement one another's benefits to take our holistic nutrition to the next level.
And here we are back again at the KW Oktoberfest Parade. So good to be here this morning. It's always a delightful Monday.
Yes, it most certainly is. Oh, here comes Alan.
Oh.
There he is.
There he comes.
Let's wave to Alan. Oh, he's a
Maybe-
little bit behind us.
Maybe he'll do. Oh, and with chicken dancers behind him as well.
Oh, do you know that dance, Angie?
Oh, only too well. Only too well. And you think every year when you go out, I am not doing it again.
Yeah, and then you do it. We did it on stage on Friday down at Vilcom and Platts. It was fun.
All right, so apparently the chicken dance was Swiss accordion player Werner Thomas
Oh,
in the 50s.
wow. I
Had
didn't
no
know that.
idea.
That's a good fact to keep
Okay.
in your back pocket there.
So the original name was Der Entertanz, or the Duck Dance.
Okay.
However, changed after a German band wanted to demonstrate the dance in costume for a local TV station, but a duck costume couldn't be found, so they had to use a chicken.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, look
That
at
is
that.
funny.
There go the chickens.
There they go.
Okay, this horse-drawn wagon is carrying the presidents of the region's 5 German clubs and their spouses. They're riding in solidarity, a show of support for each other's organizations and activities in the community. And I believe they are just behind Alan.
Okay.
Here comes Alan.
All right, there he comes, the president of KW Oktoberfest. Absolutely. Okay, now, the presidents from the Alpine, Dietmar Basili, who actually brought me warm apple pie the other day.
Wow.
Rob Kerr from Concordia, Janet Kunsch from Hubertus House, the Schwaben, Glen Harold, and Transylvania Club, Dave Emmerich. So we sure appreciate the effort and the work they put into their clubs every year and their staff.
Yes, because it is a lot of work that goes on. I actually had a good conversation with Rob Kerr. You mentioned, Angie, he's the president of the Concordia Club, because myself and cameraman Dave Pettit were down at Concordia Friday evening to do
Okay.
some live hits during the 6 o'clock show. So, Rob was telling us this all started, back in 1967.
Yep.
So they thought, oh, let's put something on for the German community in Waterloo region, and that's kind of how Oktoberfest started. He said the next year the region, the cities hopped on board, and now it's grown into this. Can you believe that?
Absolutely, it has. And you know, Concordia always a tough ticket to get because it's one of the biggest favorite fest halls. It's like a big homecoming when you go there.
Yeah, you know, we were, like I mentioned, we were there for our 6 o'clock show, and the doors opened at 6. I tell you, Angie, by 7 o'clock, that place was full.
I know. I'm going to share something with you, Leanne. It never looks the same twice to me, and there could be a reason for that.
Yeah, I think it's different when you broadcast versus attend. Well, welcome back, everyone, to the 2024 Oktoberfest Thanksgiving Day Parade.
And here we have our presidents, Leanne, the 2024 German Club presidents, of course, of the Alpine, Concordia, Hubertushaus, Schwaben, and Transylvania.
Amazing. And Angie, we mentioned they do incredible work. It takes a lot to put on these events.
It absolutely does.
I think next we're rolling out the mega keg.
Oh, yeah. If you can't have a keg, have a mega keg. Hey. Saying hi to my pals.
There they are. They got a beautiful float. I love the archways there.
Yes.
Those are really nice. Oh, here it comes, the mega keg.
Right on.
Uncle
right
Hans
on, right
gets thirsty, you know. He needs something like this.
We said he's 15 feet high. He needs something like that.
Uh-huh. Of course, the mega keg sponsored by Erdinger, the official German beer of the KW Oktoberfest.
That's good stuff. And you know, it's not just always all about the beer. It's about the culture. It's about the fun. It's about, I know. Sorry to be the one to tell you that.
You convincing yourself or everyone else?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
you're right, Angie. It is about the community.
It is. And if you want to have a beer when you're with the community, then go ahead.
Have it from the mega keg.
Yes. Yes.
All right, let's watch it go by.
All right. Nice stuff. All right, the Optimist Alumni Band is coming up next. They're always a staple of this parade. So many of these members have marched with the drum corps since the 60s.
Wow.
So this is not their first rodeo. You know, they tell us new members are always welcome. You don't have to have any experience either, but the band proudly presented to us by Team Vincent here this morning.
everyone who can't see that, but they are
Crazy
sounding
little
good.
thing called love. Yeah, thank you guys.
Beautiful. Okay, next we are going to be waving to the official mascot for Ontario Turkey, who is none other than Wishbone.
Oh, Wishbone. All right, folks, say hello
There he is.
to Drumstick, the Thanksgiving turkey.
He's a big one.
Yeah. Yeah, that is indeed. It's really, I was going to say I love him with gravy. But anyway, turkeys want to lay low this time of year, that is for sure. But not our Drumstick. He's made of foam and plaster, beautifully hand-painted, and made his debut last year and got his name through a community naming contest.
Oh, awesome. And Drumstick is sponsored by the Turkey Farmers of Ontario, representing 150 farmers across the province. They're encouraging you to think turkey more often than just the holidays.
All right, now I know, what is it going to be, turkey soup or turkey something else?
What is your favorite version of the leftovers of turkey dinner?
A hot turkey sandwich
Me too.
or the turkey soup?
The hot turkey sandwich is just top notch with the gravy.
Yeah, and the dressing?
Oh, now you're speaking my language.
What are we doing?
Now I'm wishing I had some turkey dinner
leftovers?
tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, here's another float. Some characters you might recognize from your childhood storybook. So say hello to Hansel and Gretel, the brother and sister featured in that famous fairy tale by the Brothers Grimm, who met up with a witch who lives in a gingerbread house in the forest, and feeding them all kinds of sweet treats.
And the Hansel and Gretel float is proudly sponsored by Heathwood Homes. Heathwood is a home builder that has helped to shape many communities throughout Ontario. Currently, they are building Williamsburg Green in Kitchener. I don't think Heathwood Homes are made of candy, though, Angie.
I don't think so. However, it would be an interesting place to live, wouldn't it?
Yeah, heathwood.com to find out more about them. Let's check out the floats and watch a few go by.
Alrighty, time for more Musically, and this is the Silver Leafs Brass Ensemble celebrating their 21st anniversary this season. Now, many of the members come from drum corps of the past, the Burlington Commanders, Kitchener Dutchmen, Guelph Royalaires, and the Preston Scout House alumni. The group's name refers to the silver leaf collar pins that members of the original Scout House band wore on their uniforms and years ago. The Silver Leafs proudly presented this year by the Autocade this year.
Getting distracted by everything that's going on
I
around
know,
here.
there's so much to see.
There's a cute little dog over there. I see Hannah working the camera over there. And lots of floats coming by. And next, we are going to say hello to none other than the beautiful 10-foot tall Otis the Swan.
Otis the Swan.
Yes. He's no ugly duckling. Otis first made his appearance in the parade 2 years ago. There he is. And you know,
He's not the only one in the area.
Yeah,
We've
no.
got another one. Of course, the resident swan at Kitchener's Victoria Park with the same name. Now, visitors, you're sure to see Otis and his partner, who's the
Ophelia!
Ophelia! That's right, paddling along in Victoria Park during the summer months. This year, Otis the Swan is proudly presented by Stump Fire Protection.
Oh, do you see Uncle Hans behind Otis the Swan
There
there?
seems to be so many Uncle Hanses.
He's the mascot.
He's everywhere.
He's the mascot of the KW Oktoberfest. Uncle Hans, actually, fun fact, is almost as old as the 56-year-old festival itself. He is gemütlichkeit.
He is. He sure is. And when you see him, just say that, hey, you are Gemütlichkeit. He pops up everywhere. He's at the fest halls, and he's just always out and about.
Yeah, he's a busy guy, Uncle Hans.
Well, you're going to see him posing for selfies, tapping kegs. Did you see him on Friday? Was he out for the opening?
Yeah, he did the pretzel pull with Tante Frida.
Oh, nice.
And he won. I think he might have cheated.
Okay.
You never
Doesn't
know.
surprise me.
Hold that pretzel.
Now, as part of the Oktoberfest Cares Initiative, Uncle Hans drops by schools, hospitals, nursing homes throughout the whole year, bringing good cheer, which in German means what?
Ooh.
Gemütlichkeit.
Gemütlichkeit.
That's what that
I was
means.
gonna say Prost.
Yes.
That's cheers in a different way. Uncle Hans, proudly sponsored by Hefner Toyota this year. Hefner has been a sponsor of the festival for many years, as well as many other local community and cultural organizations. So a big shout out. Thank you, Hefner Toyota.
Of course we know Uncle Hans, the big mascot of the KW Oktoberfest. Also, there is a mascot committee. Now, there's more than 350 volunteers. This does not happen on its own. So 350 volunteers help to make up your Oktoberfest experience. Make it memorable, so everybody just give those volunteers a great big wave.
Yeah, and they do it with a smile on their faces as well. It takes a lot of people to pull these events together, and it's such a great thing for the community to have these events, to be able to attend. So we really got to give it up for those volunteers.
Absolutely.
Yay! We're going to take a quick break and stay with us, because there are so many more fun floats ahead.
That's right, and our Grand Marshal, Jack Armstrong.
Our pets deserve the very best, so they can be their very best. That's why Nutrim is devoted to delivering the best ingredients through two key principles: optimum absorption and optimum combinations. Our holistic approach includes not only healthy ingredients, but how the different components interact and impact the body. Our optimum combinations ingredient pairings complement one another's benefits to take our holistic nutrition to the next level.
Well, someone who many people will be hoping to meet today, and we were lucky enough to get a chance to this morning, is the Parade Grand Marshal, which is Jack Armstrong this year. Such a nice guy.
Oh, so nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
Jack is an American sportscaster, as many of you know. He is currently the voice of the Toronto Raptors on TSN and NBA TV Canada. He is also the college basketball analyst for TSN and a former college basketball coach as well. His work is pretty incredible.
It is, for sure. And Jack told us that he is so excited and honored to be chosen as Grand Marshal for today's parade. And he's looking forward to meeting lots of people. And you know what's funny, Leanne? He's not even 6 feet tall.
No.
But he's all this basketball stuff. So it just goes to show you can be mini and mighty.
Yeah, you don't have to be tall
No.
to be good at basketball. That's what I'll tell myself, Angie.
Exactly, yes.
And there he goes past us right now. We are going to next take a look at the ceremonial band of the Waterloo Regional Police Service. Here they come. This is the only military-style band of its kind in Canada. They formed in 1977. The band serves as a public relations unit and proudly wears Waterloo Regional Police uniforms.
Absolutely. And the musicians and color guard are all volunteers from the police service and from the community. They perform in a lot of tattoos, special ceremonial functions, including the Canadian Police Officers Memorial Service, and of course, parades like today. So thank you to the Region of Waterloo for sponsoring the ceremonial band.
All right, well, here's a familiar face. Regional Chair Karen Redmond. Here she comes, representing the region of Waterloo. Karen was first elected chair in 2018, but has spent many years in public service, including 11 years as an MP for Kitchener. And here she comes. There's the Region of Waterloo float.
And next up is the Region of Waterloo float. The entry is a showcase for the region. You'll see familiar landmarks highlighted in frames mounted on the float, and each panel depicts something that is uniquely Waterloo region. And I'm actually surprised there's enough room because there's so much about this region that is unique.
Yeah, there certainly is. That's a really cool float. I like that one. Okay, well, Angie,
I was wondering.
next
Yes.
is, everybody's favorite relative, Tante Frida.
There she is. I was afraid, actually, that she and Hans had a party.
I know. We saw Hans, and it's like, where's Tante Frida? Hello. Where is the woman of the hour? There she is. She's celebrating Oktoberfest in style today. Ooh, apparently she's brought snacks for everyone.
Ooh.
I hope she has pumpkin spice lattes for us. That would be good. Keep us warm out here.
Yeah.
Many thanks to the good folks at the Boardwalk for sponsoring Tante Frida today. Looking beautiful.
Oh, absolutely, for sure. Question. Have you heard, Leanne, that Uncle Hans and Tante Frida, since their reunion, have adopted a puppy?
What?
Yes.
No.
Schnickel Fritz.
Nickel Fritz.
Also known as
course.
Little Scamp. Apparently, that's what Schnickel Fritz means. He's all decked out in his Bavarian finery, including a jaunty little alpine hat. Jaunty. If you ever wondered what the word meant, that. Take a look at Schnickel Fritz, and that is it. So this is his third appearance in the parade, and he, too, got his name through a community naming contest.
I'm going to start calling my dog Schnickel Fritz. The
Schnickel
little
Fritz.
Scamp.
Yes, Little Scamp.
Jaunty.
Yeah.
You jaunty little scamp.
Yes.
Well, he may be recognizable because he's famous, and by famous, he is on this year's official KW Oktoberfest pin. Schnickel Fritz
With his
is on the
jaunty
pin.
hat? Yes, good.
I didn't know that. He's proudly sponsored by Nutrim Pet Foods, crafted in Elmira, Ontario.
Oh, nice.
Nutrim's dog and cat recipes take a solution-based approach to your pet's total well-being. You can find Nutrim in your local Canadian pet-owned store. This year, Nutrim also sponsored Dogtoberfest down at the Vilkeman Platz. That was a 2-day dog-friendly free event, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm so sad that I didn't make it out to Dogtoberfest. Did you get there?
I did not. I wanted to bring Eleanor up, but unfortunately we had different events that had to be done on Saturday. So did you get a chance to get
No,
your dog
I'm
up?
so sad. I kept telling my dog, want to go to Dogtoberfest? And she's like, woohoo, like getting all excited. And then, the timing didn't work out for us, but I saw some photos. It looked pretty fun. And, those events are so good. All the events that a dog-friendly KW puts on to downtown Kitchener, I know they do that Christmas dog event too, which that one's really fun. You got to go to that one because there's a market. You can get all the treats and, fun things for your dogs.
Okay, excellent. And I know Eleanor the dog will be so excited about that. Okay, so actually on Wednesday night at the Alpine Club will be So You Think You Can Tons, and I'll be there. And so
Ooh.
here are the good.
You're gonna be there.
I'm not tansing, believe it. That represents members of the Gotcher area of Austria. Now, their dance groups perform regularly during the festival. For those that are looking for authentic Bavarian cuisine, go there as well, and then have a dance and try and burn some of that off. Alpine Club, probably best known for its apple strudel.
Yummy. Okay, the next club we will take a look at here, coming down after Alpine, is the Schwaben Club. They started in 1931 as a place to support immigrants of German descent coming from the lands along the Danube River. The Schwaben Club maintains their many traditions and holds several cultural celebrations throughout the year. The Schwaben Club also has 4 dance groups with members starting as young as 4 years old. Several of them are here in the parade today. They are also the 2024 So You Think You Can Tons champions. And Angie,
Yes.
you blew past that. What are you doing at So You Think You Can Tons? Please tell us.
So I will be one of the judges. Me, Chef D, there's some other members of the local media and so on that will be there. This is, I think, my 12th year.
my God.
And see, those who can't do judge. So that's
Okay, wait.
Why
Can you sign me up for that next year?
Absolutely.
I would love to judge in that. And also, I used to dance, so I feel like,
oh, well, then you need to be there, Leanne. Absolutely.
yeah, I want to take part in this So You Think You Can Tons.
Tons.
And next year, I want to see you out there competing.
No. All right, now the members of the Transylvania Club are here, and like other clubs, their dance group, not only active during the festival, but throughout the year as well. Each costume for their dancers hand sewn, in some case representing years of work, and absolutely stunning, and takes so much talent to do that. Transylvania Club formed in 1951 and continues to celebrate the heritage of Transylvania Germans in the form of traditional food, music, dance, and clothing. Now, Leanne, I always laugh to myself, Transylvania, because of vampires.
Yeah.
But it's not.
It's
You know?
not.
No, they're German dancers.
I was wondering where you were going to go. Transylvania. Oh, yeah, here come the dancers now. Look at them go.
So Transylvania Club and Alpine actually have joined forces together to call themselves the Habsburg House
Oh,
during the Oktoberfest time. And you go to the Alpine Club to enjoy both Transylvania and Alpine food and dance and celebrations.
nice. That's awesome. Ooh, it's a little chilly out
It
here.
is getting
You'll notice if you come down here to Frederick and Weber Street, that's where we are broadcasting live from, outside the Registry Theatre. But you'll definitely notice there is a chill in the air today. There's no doubt about it. Make sure you bundle up. I'm so glad that I put layers on. So happy.
Yes, and dug the winter jackets out too. I see so many children here wearing winter outfits, maybe for the very first time, and they don't look like big fans of it.
Yeah, this is really the first kind of, it was so beautiful on Saturday. Saturday, the weather was fantastic. And then yesterday, things started to change. And I feel like this is kind of the first 2 days of the year where we've had to kind of say, oh, you might need the extra layer or the winter jacket.
And could be some frost on the pumpkin, as they say. So,
I know. I'm not a fan of it, but you know what? We'll deal with it. We'll bundle up. And the big thing is we're still having fun. So
Absolutely.
you know what? We'll do it cold. We're going to take a break. Stay with us. And we are back here live at the 2024 Oktoberfest Thanksgiving Day Parade. Angie, right now we are watching some of the clubs floats go through. We've seen the Alpine, we have seen the Schwaben Club, and we have seen the Transylvania Club so far.
So honestly, Leanne, so when I got to this town to start my little radio career, there was almost 37 Oktoberfest clubs that you could go to during Oktoberfest.
Wow.
37 fest halls. Not that many anymore. It's been scaled way back, but instead of quantity, there is so much quality, I feel.
Yeah.
You know, because when you're going to any of these clubs, you're going to experience all the German dancing, the German food, and of course, wearing the German clothes.
Yeah, it's so fun to see and really to go to the fest halls during Oktoberfest, because it's really cool to see the authentic German culture come to life, and the dancers are so incredible. They're so amazing at what they do.
Yeah, for sure. So like I said, So You Think You Can Dance will be held Wednesday, and there might be a ticket. You're going to have to, go and see, because it is one of their busiest nights of the year. And, of course, Alpine Club, best known for its schnitzel and sauerkraut, for sure.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Have you had any good Oktoberfest eats?
Not yet.
Okay,
I'm holding out hope, though. That's something.
Chef D is here. I saw him. And he's been working down at Wilkemenplatz. So on Friday, Angie, we tried out some of his food.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, it was so incredible. We had the turkey schnitzel poutine.
Oh.
With cranberry sauce on it.
How good was that?
Oh, it was amazing. He also does like a turkey schnitzel burger.
Okay.
And there's, another pulled pork type of burger. Oh my gosh, the food is incredible. So, if you're down at Wilkemenplatz, you can get some of that there. I love Oktoberfest food.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know something? It's even such a sweeter treat when someone else makes it for you.
Yes,
like
of course.
Like Chef D. So Wilkemenplatz, if you're not familiar with it, is Karl Zare Square in downtown Kitchener, and that's where Chef D has got his little food booth, I guess, set up for the remainder of the time.
Yeah, I think they've been pretty busy. He did say he got a good sleep last night, though. So
that's what he said.
Good.
Here's an interesting little thing. The reason for the holdup of the parade right now is because there's so many food bank donations.
Incredible. That's amazing. And that is what this is about, the community coming together, supporting one another. And Angie, we've talked about it a bit. The food bank is in dire need right now of the support. So I am sure the folks over at the food bank are going to appreciate this hold.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for bringing an non-perishable food item or even a donation. And I know if you want, you can text a donation to 30333.
Oh, great. Okay, so if you can't make it down, you can still donate and take part. That's incredible. Great day for the community.
Always ways to do it from home, too, which is really kind of cool, right?
Yeah, no, that's awesome. You can take part and support the community no matter where you are.
Absolutely.
Okay, I think next, though, we are going to be seeing the Concordia Club. We're going to continue on our club journey here.
Okay.
Latin for meaning harmony, friendship, unity, and alliance. The Concordia Club has been celebrating the German roots in our community since 1873. You can get a taste of that authentic Bavarian cuisine throughout the year at their restaurant. Angie, I told you I spent some time down at Concordia Club on Friday. Evening. We broadcast live from there. So we did a couple of fun hits. We did one behind the bar where the lovely ladies of the Concordia Club allowed me to pour the shots
for
the guests. So they said I did good at that. I think it went okay. And then we spent some time at the games, the baseball alley.
All right.
So that was kind of fun as well. There's so much you can do there. I saw they had a dunk tank.
Yeah.
So they had a dunk tank. There's so many games. Of course, the dancers, the music, live music, the cuisine. Look at them go.
Yeah. And I
It's a
believe
fun
it is
spot.
the Black Forest Band that plays out there at Concordia Club all the time. Did you make it into the Schenka restaurant?
Oh, we didn't.
Okay, so it's open actually all year round.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so if you get a hankering for Oktoberfest food in July, just haul on in to the Schenka restaurant at the Concordia Club.
Great. Maybe we'll be thinking of that in the middle of summer.
And actually, I do know that you can rent it out too for like weddings or
cool.
if you want like to have a party or something like that.
Here they come. The Concordia Club, established in 1873. Canada's home of Oktoberfest. No doubt about that. I know it was a sold-out night there on Friday. Of course, that was opening night. The place fits about 4,000 people.
Yeah.
So it was packed. It was busy. But yeah, I think they're expecting They say the closing night too, the last weekend. That one's always a busy one as well for them at the Concordia.
And Thursday is corporate night. So that's always a good night too at Concordia. So, hey, they're all good nights at Concordia.
Yeah. Never a bad night, that's
No.
for sure. I think people have a lot of fun there. Maybe too much fun.
Yeah. But just know, of course, that you can always get yourself in a cab, call a friend.
Yes.
Always ways to get home.
Yeah.
You
just
don't
gotta
have to
do
be
it
an
safe.
idiot. That's
No.
right. Okay, now a float fit for royalty, Leanne.
Ooh, am I on it?
No, you're not, but maybe next year we'll get you on it. Built by volunteers from each of the German clubs. And the young women on this float have been chosen to represent each of the 5 German clubs as their ambassadors.
Okay, nice. So we are going to be waving to Miss Alpine, who is Brooklyn Schleimeyer.
Schleimer, yeah.
Schleimer. Okay, sorry, Brooklyn, if we got that wrong. But yes, Miss Alpine. Miss Hubertus House is here as well, Daniela Lees. Miss Transylvania is Lake Sweeney. Miss Schwaben is Stephanie Conke. And Miss Concordia is Stephanie Richards.
Mm.
Make sure you wave to them as they go by as well. There they are. You got to keep moving out here because it is a little chilly.
Absolutely, and I see that everybody's kind of got their own little version of the German dance going on.
Yeah.
And lots of gloves today. If you didn't bring your gloves, your little hands are going to be so freezing.
A little chilly.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. I see people were ready though. A lot of people are bundled up here.
Yeah.
Well, I see lots of hats, lots of winter coats.
Mm.
People were ready. And you know, Angie, these people in the community, they love this day. People were lined up on the street. It's all the way down Weber Street, and people are lined up. They're out early, ready with their spot. So you have to be warm. You know, you got to be bundled up.
And you know what's so exciting too is there's probably a good portion of people lining the parade route that this is their very first experience with KW Oktoberfest and this parade.
Yeah.
So that's kind of neat too, right?
That is very neat. Okay, we are going to take a quick little break, but stay with us. We'll be back.
In a country that welcomes everyone, there's one holiday that does too. It's a holiday that's a little humbler. It's a chance to share a meal with family and friends and make some lasting memories. At the center of that meal, Canadian turkey, raised by Canadian farmers like us, on Canadian farms like this one. Put all that together and you have something pretty great. So here's to Canadian Thanksgiving and Canadian turkey.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, look at you winning at life here. It is a little bit chilly in downtown Kitchener. We're at the corner of Frederick and Weber here in Kitchener. So this parade route changed when we got our big transit system in because we can't go directly down King Street anymore because of all the tracks for the cars.
And Angie, I told you this is my first time hosting the Oktoberfest Thanksgiving Day Parade. I'm so honored to do so. Definitely something I've wanted to do in the past, but you have hosted this before.
Yeah.
So tell me about your past experiences doing this.
You know what? It's always so big and so great. And normally, because the radio station, 99.5 Bounce Radio that I'm with, and previous to that was 105.3, I would walk in the parade, and I loved it because I would burn off some of the food that I ate.
Yeah.
So to be honest, you know what? Sitting here at the broadcast table and getting to see things firsthand like this, it's a real treat.
It really is. We're pretty lucky here today, Angie, getting to see everything close up. We get a first glance at it, and we're learning about some history behind these different organizations and spots in the community. I love watching the dancing. This has got to be one of my favorites. Okay, here is the German club's float. And that's what you meant, Angie, when you said fit for royalty, because it looks like a royal float.
Well, it should, because it's got all our misses on it. Of course, Miss Alpine, Miss Hubertus House, Miss Transylvania, Miss Schwaben, and Miss Concordia. They have a lot of different jobs that they do throughout the year, representing their clubs at little dance halls, and of course being here and going out to schools and meeting other things, other kids, and basically just trying to keep that whole heritage thing going of all of the German clubs.
And behind them,
here he comes. All right, now, he was very famous because Dewey the Lion.
He is maybe the most famous.
Well, he was on the Ellen Show, right?
Oh.
Yeah, for
Was he?
slouching.
Huh.
All right, in 2009, that was a thing. Somebody had captured a photo of Dewey the Lion from behind. Anyway, I will not say anymore.
Interesting. He might be the most famous lion out there, Angie.
I think he is.
He's an 18-foot inflatable. He's also the mascot of the Kitchener Lions Club. Okay, this makes sense.
Yes.
These dedicated folks have been serving the community for close to 90 years and have been a part of KW Oktoberfest parade for close to 30. That's awesome.
Wow. Holy smokes. 30 years.
Yeah. Let's take a look.
Oh, and maybe you'll see why he is so famous as he passes us by. Alrighty, 1947. I don't remember it well, which is a good thing. However, the Burlington Teen Tour Band, which is Canada's oldest and largest youth marching band, the band has had the honor and privilege of representing Burlington, Ontario, and Canada around the world, the Republic of Ireland, France, Japan, England, and the Netherlands. I've not even done the list yet, Leanne. Belgium, Germany, the United States, and across Canada.
Wow, they also perform in television commercials, videos, and movie shoots as well. You can tell they're quite a big band here.
Check it out. Wow.
This past June, too, they traveled to France to participate in the commemoration of the 80th anniversary of D-Day at Juno Beach. That is incredible. The Burlington Teen Tour Band is proudly sponsored by Pillars Fine Foods. Pillars has been a festival sponsor for decades and is the presenting sponsor of today's broadcast as well. Fair warning here, Angie. When this band passes us, it's likely going to be a little bit loud.
Okay, well that's good, because really, the band, as big as it is, we might have to go stand on the sidewalk and get out of our little perch here.
Yeah, they have so many members. Let's take a listen.
Let's do it. It's the Snyders of Hanover giant pretzel float, making its debut last year. And did you know the pretzel was developed 14 centuries ago in southern France by a monk?
Wow.
Apparently
Okay.
designing it to look like children's arms folded in prayer.
Oh, okay, yeah. I see it.
You
I
see
see
that?
it.
Yeah.
I heard that pretzels were made from leftover dough and were given as a reward for tasks well done, and soon they became a symbol of excellence. Now, thankfully, we can enjoy them at any time, and I just said I'm hungry,
Yeah.
and now they gotta hit me with the pretzel float.
Okay, and how well do pretzels go with that Oktoberfest beer?
Ooh, delicious.
Yeah.
This tasty entry is proudly sponsored by Snyders of Hanover. Hopefully you were able to check them out at Willkommen Platz this past weekend. And if you were able to, I bet it was delicious.
So my mom lives in the town of Hanover.
Nice.
So I was actually there. No pretzels.
No pretzels.
But yeah, was in Hanover.
Next time you can get yourself
Yes,
a pretzel.
I'll have to track them down and see if we can't get some. Oh my, guess who's on this float, Leanne?
Ooh,
Danny Michelle.
oh my goodness.
I know.
All right, let's check it out. It's going to be the City of Kitchener float. The City of Kitchener's 2024 float celebrates, of course, the pride that the Kitchener community members have for their city. And as you mentioned, Angie, Danny Michelle.
Danny Michelle, Canadian recording sensation, of course. Danny Michelle, always so good to see him around the festival.
Yeah, on the City of Kitchener float, which is a big, bold, vibrant Kitchener letters stretched across the float, and that mirrors Kitchener's big, bold, vibrant ideas and vision. Rows of mums that line the float celebrate the fall harvest season and remind us that Oktoberfest is here.
All right, many welcoming and friendly faces of city staff, friends, community members. All the float and many, many more. They're walking alongside just to say hi and show their support of the festival as well. Learn more about the City of Kitchener at www.kitchener.ca.
And there's Danny Michelle.
Oh, there
Look at
he
him,
is.
playing.
With the glasses.
I
Of
don't know if we
course.
can hear his music over the band, though. I don't know if anyone can hear the band still, but we certainly can. They're just around the corner, but we mentioned they're such a big band.
Yeah.
You can hear them for miles. Oh, I hear Danny Michelle now. Let's
And
listen.
Oh, nice.
I'm on a float. I'm on a float. Yo, man, there's people behind you, too. I'm on a float. Ah, it's fun. What's going on over here? Over here's the CTV folks. Oh. CTV! In the tent, it's the CTV! In the tent, it's the CTV! There they are! We got CTV!
Sing along. CTV.
We're
There you
dancing
go.
now.
Yo, CTV! Hey, it's the registry!
Oh, I love it so
That's
much.
so good.
And again, Kitchener.ca to learn more about this great city.
That's gonna be my new song. CTV.
Exactly.
I'm on a float. I'm in the tent. All right, next.
Yeah.
You can't have just the City of Kitchener. You got to have the City of Waterloo as
you
well. This float recognizes the many contributions of Oktoberfest volunteers. They work year-round on the festival, and we all know that it takes an army of dedicated people to make the many aspects of KW Oktoberfest possible. Angie, we were talking about it earlier. I don't think we can bring it up enough, just how incredible the volunteers are.
Exactly. And of course, one of my buddies who I just love, and I see her every year, Kelly Wickler. Kelly was the Oktoberfest Volunteer of the Year. I'm sorry, Kelly Wilker. I got it mixed up again. So here we are, and there's Hans Roach. Hello! And of course, Brian Chenier, both decades of service to the festival, working in various capacities. They're going to be walking with the float, and of course, waving, and make sure you wave back because that is many of our city's volunteers.
Yeah, lovely. Oh, okay, here we go. This is Next one is the Think Project float. Listen,
Okay.
listen to them.
I was going to say, tell me about this. I don't think I've heard much about it.
Okay, so here's what it's all about. It's crafted by students from Rockaway Mennonite Collegiate in Kitchener. The float challenges us to basically rethink our relationship with single-use plastic. The band is singing modified lyrics to Joan Jett's song, I Hate Myself for Loving You, a song that sheds light on our love-hate relationship with plastic.
Oh, that's so great.
Okay, yeah, I see it. Let's listen.
It's so good. All right, so shockingly, these solid steel Think letters on the float, those are stuffed with plastic bottles and biodegrade hundreds of years before the plastic inside of them will. Rockway students, you know what? You want to make us all think. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, that's awesome. What a great project to work on. And they've got a really cool float, too. You can see the plastic in the Think sign. Next, we're going to the Panda Bear float with the Lions Club. There's the panda.
So cute.
Meet the Lions Club of Kitchener's newest addition to their inflatable family. The panda needs a name, actually, Angie.
Oh my, so are they going to put it out, I wonder, for suggestions?
So the Lions Club, they're taking suggestions actually right now until October 20th. You can find the details at kitchenerlionsclub.ca, and the person who submits the winning name will have the opportunity to be in the 2024 KW Santa Claus Parade.
Oh, so good, so
cool.
good.
What would you name the panda?
I was thinking Petey the panda, but that's so
Petey
boring.
the panda. We got to think of something that's Oktoberfest related. Like, you know how Schnickel Fritz has his name? We got to think of something for the panda.
Definitely
Maybe we'll have to put an entry in.
Okay, all right. All righty, next, let's welcome the KW Vietnamese Association. Their float is an image of a small wooden boat that Vietnamese refugees used to cross the sea and find freedom in the 70s and the 80s. One of the cultural symbols of Vietnam is the Ao Dai, Ao Za, which is being performed by the dancers on the float. The Ao Za, with its artistic curves, highlights the charm of the culture. And applause goes to the many children walking alongside this parade entry.
I don't know if you like to travel, but everyone at the office knows that I fly Flair a lot because they fly out of the region of Waterloo International Airport.
Yeah, my son is actually taking Flair back to Alberta later on today.
Oh, incredible. So you know what? We are above the clouds. That's this float. Things are really taking off. The Flair Airlines float made its first appearance in the parade just 2 years ago. And you can see it's pretty big. That can't be moved in just one piece. The wings were attached just this morning at the start of the parade route. The float is proudly sponsored by Flair and the Waterloo Region International Airport. It's so great to be able to travel out of the region. I can't say it enough. It's so nice to just go to the airport that's 20 minutes from your home as opposed to driving all the way to Toronto.
Yeah. The convenience, really, you know what? It's worth the extra $2-3 or whatever, you know. Doesn't matter. It's so great. All right.
You want to go on a vacation.
I know. So, here comes my pal Brett Bosenberry on guitar with the Moonshine Band, celebrating the hills and stills of the Ozarks. This band has performed together for more than 20 years, and they play the best in live and new country, classic rock, and everything in between.
Yeah, they are great.
Hey, baby.
They proudly proclaim that if you need an excuse to party, then they're your band. Oh, that's
absolutely. Yes,
I love it. I love it. Moonshine is sure to leave an impression on fans from ages 1 to 100. Based in nearby Fergus, they've become parade regulars and fan favorites. They're really good.
They are so good.
The Moonshine Band float is proudly sponsored by the friendly folks at the Uptown Waterloo BIA.
Okay, Uptown is being followed now by an 11-foot inflatable Kitchener Rangers player, and he looks like he means business. He's almost like, get off the track. Here comes Eddie Shack. No roughing you. Other members of the Rangers community are walking alongside and in support of their team. Like with the help of the Uncle Hans Food Drive, the Kitchener Rangers Hockey Club is always giving back to the community as well.
Yes, they certainly are. Oh, here's some people enjoying the parade, some community
good
members.
for you for bringing those blankets.
Ooh, I like the blanket.
Up. Yeah.
The Halloween one, especially. That's a fun one. Okay, next, Angie.
Yes.
We're walking the plank.
Matey. Okay.
Yeah, here we have the pirate ship float, fresh from the deep. These scurvy dogs are sailing the streets of Kitchener-Waterloo, looking for plunder in the shape of a keg filled with special golden elixir.
Actually, you know what? That parade float, I think, was parade float won best parade float about 2 years ago. 2 or 3 years
That's a cool one. I love it. Brought to you by Wellenstein, whose outerwear retail shop recently arrived in Canada. This float, too, Angie, you mentioned, it was the winner. Well, it's also totally designed and built by volunteers. Pretty cool.
No doubt.
Oh,
yeah.
If you'll be my girl.
Digging those tunes, that's for sure. Up next is Tante Frida. Hey, baby, we want to know if you want to be our girl. In inflatable form she is. Now, this balloon is massive, and it only takes about 30 seconds to inflate.
What?
I know, it's faster than an air mattress when you go camping. Now, it's so impressive. She stands about 15 feet tall. Also so tall, she's able to see over everyone's heads. And keep an eye out for her special fella, Uncle Hans. So many thanks to the Shack Shine for sponsoring her and also decorating our tent today. It looks so good.
It looks so beautiful. I'm loving this spot that we're in. Just nice, little cozy. Back to my mitts.
Absolutely. Get them on. Now, are you one for getting mums for the house, Leanne, like we do have that decorate us?
I always need help with flowers, gardening. I don't know. I can't keep them alive. I need help.
Yeah.
Do you get them?
I don't, and I really wish that I could, but I don't have that vision that, other folks do clearly to make such a great arrangement.
Yeah, it's tough. I just have a hard time keeping the flowers alive.
Yeah. It's like the water.
Yeah. Water? Okay, so the next one we're going to check out is the Oktoberfest keg tapping team with King of the Keg float. Here we find a completely volunteer-based, funded, and operated float from the official Oktoberfest keg tapping team. This fully functioning keg contains the official liquid gold that fuels Oktoberfest initiatives. Using their official mallet fashioned from a salvage piece of the original Oktoberfest maypole, this team will be tapping that keg along with the whole parade route. You can watch for the splash.
Right. Spank that spigot. Spank that spigot.
Oh, it was so fun down at Wilkemenplatz on Friday. Will and I were hosting the 12 o'clock official keg tapping. We had such a blast doing that. It was so fun. It was a beautiful day.
And you had Sid Vanderpool and Mandy Bujold for your official. Now, did they punch it because they're boxers, or did they hit it?
They hit it, but it was a little hard to see because I was kind of tucked in the back a little bit on the stage, so I was behind the keg. But it was so much fun. It's just everyone has a smile on their face.
Yeah.
It's a blast.
Well, because they know it's officially open and officially ready to go.
Yeah.
Oh no! Looks like we're about to get the boot, Leanne. Uh-huh. This float is to the classic nursery rhyme, The Old Woman in the Shoe, except in this re-imaging, the old woman is not dealing with so many kids she doesn't know what to do with. Instead, mischievous gnomes. Yes. So that old woman just cannot catch a break. It's either kids or gnomes. The Impish Parade Float is proudly presented to you by Bobcat Tri-City.
That's a cool one.
It is.
Mischievous gnome.
Yes. It's bad enough having a bunch of, screaming, running around children. Tiny adults known as gnomes. Yes.
Here they come. That's a cool one. And watching everything in the background here.
And it's so funny to me,
monitor.
too, that a lot of these floats are based on children's stories, which are so scary.
Yeah, no, that's so true.
And this is the woman lives in the boot as opposed to the shoe.
The sun is shining. It is a beautiful day here in downtown Kitchener for the 2024 Oktoberfest Thanksgiving Day Parade. A little chilly. You got to bundle up if you're coming down, but beautiful day for it nonetheless. We are going to check out the next float, which is the Vista Hills Percussion Band. The band is comprised of elementary students ranging from grades 6 to 8. They are led by their teacher, Mr. Ben Ripley, and are excited to be appearing in the Oktoberfest Thanksgiving Day Parade. This is their third time in the parade, Angie.
Okay, now the Vista Hills Percussion Ensemble has been in operation since the opening of Vista Hills School in 2016. So new school, new band, and new to Oktoberfest Parade. They're the two-time Best Band Award recipients of the Cambridge Santa Parade and always looking for new ways to engage in community events here around KW. Proudly presented by CTV Kitchener, Bounce 99.5, and Virgin Radio.
Yes!
We know them well.
We do. Proud sponsors of this Vista Hills Percussion Ensemble. Okay, next up we have Cobbler J City Cab.
Yeah.
Here they are. Here they come. Cobbler J has become a regular in the parade with his epic performances. He also calls himself Canada's most eccentric juggler. He regularly plays with fire and defies the laws of gravity. With quick hands and a quicker wit, Cobbler J is sponsored by City Cab. I don't know, juggling fire?
No.
Scary.
No, I don't think that's my bag, Leanne, at all.
I don't think we do well.
No, not at all. Besides, I have too much hair and too much hairspray. I'd be afraid I'd go up like a match.
Yeah, me too. We'd be like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I was never good at anything that involved more than two things. You know what involves more than two things, though, Leanne? The Rolling Steins.
Ooh, the Rolling Steins.
Yes. Always a crowd favorite. Flipping their lids, but check out the mugs on these guys. All right, the top 10 Bavarian Steins were designed, or the tops on the Bavarian Steins were designed to keep insects out of the beer. I did not know that. So the little flip of the lid, but they are here strictly for entertainment purposes.
All right, let's check out Cobbler J if he's
See if he's doing any fire juggling. Oh, here he comes.
Oh, he is doing fire
Ah!
juggling. Wow. Oh my goodness, Angie.
Look at that.
Wow, that's incredible. Okay, back to the Rolling Steins. Prost goes to this lively float. Danke to Bavarian Windows and Doors for their sponsorship of the Rolling Steins. Is it Dunke or Dunka?
Dunka.
Dunka.
Dunka. And you know, it's I love the Rolling Steins, a play on the Rolling Stones.
Yes, that's
Right.
awesome.
All right. You know what, Leanne? It's pumpkin time.
Ooh.
Pumpkin pie, pumpkin spice. You know what my mom made yesterday for our dinner? Pumpkin cheesecake.
Oh, pumpkin cheesecake has to be like one of my favorite Thanksgiving desserts.
It was
That
so
is delicious.
good. And we had a lot of folks already making their annual trip to the pumpkin patch to find their perfect specimen to make pies or maybe carve a jack-o'-lantern. You know what I learned last week, though, about carving your pumpkin and your jack-o'-lantern?
What?
The optimum day is October 26th to make your face, because then it'll last until after Halloween is over.
Got it.
Thank you so much to the good folks at Tri-City Cycles for our colorful pumpkin float.
Okay.
When was the last time you carved a pumpkin?
Oh, it's got to be so long ago for me. I don't know. Well, we did get pumpkins last year, but I think we just put them on the doorstep. We didn't do anything fun. Lame.
Yeah.
How about you?
Okay. Oh, look who it is. It's Uncle Walter. Walter Ostenak with the roving hospitality suite. Oktoberfest. A Wunderwagen can be found cruising around Waterloo region, you know, and I don't know if it's going to have Uncle Walter on it or not the whole time, but there he is.
Walter has been playing at Wilkeman Platz as well. And yeah, amazing stuff. The Wonder Wagon, Angie, was a pandemic project created in 2021 as a way to bring the spirit of Gemütlichkeit to the citizens of Waterloo region during the lockdowns. Do you remember that?
Yes, I
when
do.
Wonder Wagon was born?
I do. And it made total sense to bring the festival to everyone because we couldn't go to the festival.
Yes, and you know, now it's kind of stuck with it. It's still around, the sweet sounds of polka music, going to neighborhoods, retirement homes, and local businesses as well. A huge thank you goes to the sponsor, and this is a new sponsor this year of the Wonder Wagon, the Circle K, for bringing the Wonder Wagon to the parade. So thanks to them.
Good stuff. Making its debut in the parade, it's the new Oktoberfest train float. Now, it's an inflatable, Leanne. I'm sure you can see that. But did you know some trains can actually float?
Trains floating?
I know. Magnets make trains rise above tracks. Who knew that? I had no idea. Responsible for the first train appearance is Roofman.
We are learning a thing or two today.
I know. It's good, right, to be educated. You're never too old to learn, apparently.
No, there's always something new to learn. The train inflatable.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to check out some flag carriers here as well ahead of the CUPE Bavarian Garden Float.
All right, now this one comes to you from the Canadian Union of Public Employees, better known as CUPE, Canada's largest union with more than 750,000 members across Canada. It represents workers in healthcare, emergency services, education, early learning, and childcare. Their entry theme this year is just having fun in the community we serve, and it looks like they're having a blast, Leanne.
Yeah, they're dancing, singing, having a good time. Smiles on their faces, for sure. Okay, next. Look at this, Angie. This castle inflatable. There are few iconic symbols that have become synonymous in their representation of Oktoberfest. One of them is the castle that used to stand at the corner of Charles and Benton Streets here in downtown Kitchener. Oktoberfest ran their office and retail operations out of there for decades. Remember that store?
I absolutely do. I remember going in there to get some cowbells and hats. Yeah. The Woodhouse Group is pleased to sponsor this 20-foot high castle inflatable. The King Ludwig's Castle in Bavaria is what it's modeled after, and I like it. Looks pretty great to me.
Yeah. Lovely music out here this morning.
I love a parade.
Dancing, staying warm. That's how everyone's staying warm. We're dancing, having fun. I think next we are going to be taking a look at the GCVI Marching Band making their third appearance in the Oktoberfest Thanksgiving Day Parade. This is the award-winning Guelph Collegiate Vocational Institute Marching Band.
Okay.
They are internationally recognized. Their high school music program that is, offering courses in instrumental music, choral music, guitar, and musical theater.
Now, they regularly entertain audiences across the province, too.
Yeah.
And of course, they're in parades like this as well. Oh my, what a great time
Mike
had by
Conway
all.
with the Woodhouse group we're
Right.
saying hello to.
And does it get any better than him?
Yes, they do a lot of work with us at CTV and Bounce Radio for our Toy Mountain campaign, which Angie will have to start thinking about that after Oktoberfest.
Right, I know. Once we get through a little bit of November, we'll be starting into that. This band is sponsored by Domino's Pizza. Over the last few weeks, Domino's has been feeding the hardworking volunteers who help put everything on.
Pizza.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds good right about now.
Hungry parade volunteers.
Let's take a listen to this band. They are incredible, as we mentioned, internationally recognized. Great. This next one is the Bear Float, sponsored by True North Forming. He's grinning and bearing it. The Bear Float is one of the biggest floats in the parade. And I've heard it's always a big hit, especially with the kids. They like this big bear.
Yeah. Well, he looks like he's ready to hibernate already. Soon, Mr. Bear, soon. But you have to wait till after Oktoberfest. So the Bear Float has been refurbished back in 2022 with the addition of a fish, which is hand-painted. The float is proudly supported by, like you said, Leanne, True North Forming.
Okay, it is pretty big. Can't confirm. Next, we're going to take a look at the Waterloo Chinese Canadian Association now making their grand entrance. Wow, vibrant colors, drum dancers, magnificent dragon dancers as well.
It's the third year now for the WCCA, which has participated in Oktoberfest Parade before, sharing the rich traditions of Chinese culture and arts with our community. These talented performers have been practicing tirelessly for months, some of them years, to bring us their very, very best for Oktoberfest. So give them a warm round of applause.
Angie, you better be on your best behavior. This next one is the OPP Cruiser coming from the Cambridge Detachment. Somebody call the cops.
Okay.
Formed in 1909, the OPP has 5,800 uniformed officers, 600 auxiliary officers, and 2,600 civilian employees, keeping the community protected.
Absolutely. They patrol our highways and waterways, ensure the safety and security of the people of Ontario. So thank you so much for your service, officers.
Okay, well, the next one. Hey, Angie.
Here it comes.
It's 99.5 Bounce Radio and CTV Kitchener making their way down here. All of our team working today is collecting donations for the food bank, Angie. So, of course, just trying to make those donations full. So if you didn't get a chance to drop them off, you can give them to our team.
And
They're collecting them.
happy and proud to say
Here they
that
are, CTV Kitchener. Our news director, Dan Kress, has his little baby Hudson there with him.
Yes.
Shout out to them. I hear Jeff Padgett is walking in this parade.
And there's Carly Duffy.
Jeff
There he
Padgett.
is, and his family.
And his family.
Thank you so
Girls
much.
are here with him today. Hello. Hey. They are wonderful. The Padgett family always making it out to the events. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm very proud and happy to say that for the last 30-odd years or so, these radio stations and TV have been part of collecting food for the food bank. It's so needed in the community. There's Michelle Cruz. There she is, of course. There she is. You can hear her afternoons on 99.5 Bounce Radio.
Okay, so Thanksgiving, Angie, we know is a time to be thankful for, of course, everything that we have. We know people in the community are struggling, increasing costs for food, so every dollar donated will provide 6 meals for people in need. Give generously, of course, if you're able. This is, I know the folks at the food bank are going to be so grateful for this too, because they need the donations right now.
All right, let's go right into, more marching bands. We're getting close to the end of this parade already. I can't even believe it when we see the Tien Go Marching Band of Canada. They were formed back in 2006, and each member is proud to practice not only music, truthfulness, compassion, and forbearance.
If music is the universal language, then the Tien Go Marching Band of Canada brings happiness wherever they perform. Big thanks and shout out to Heritage Canada and Sherwood Music for the sponsorship of this band. Let's take a listen to them.
folks, the annual tradition at this parade. It's the Horn of Plenty, also known as the cornucopia, a symbol of prosperity and a reminder of the holiday we're celebrating today with family and friends, Leanne.
Yes, of course, we all need to be grateful for what we have and share with those in need, as we are doing here today. There's Markets, proud to once again sponsor the Horn of Plenty float for this year, and we'd like to thank them for their ongoing support of the Uncle Hans food drive, of course, as well.
It's been such a great experience, and of course working here with Sherwood Music for this Oktoberfest parade, Leanne.
Yep.
So how do you like it being behind the mic as opposed to being out?
So much fun. I want to do it every year. Can we do it again next year?
I would hope so. I would think so.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Of course, we have to give a shout out to Pillars Fine Foods, of course, the presenting sponsor of today's broadcast. You mentioned Sherwood Productions as well. The Registry Theater for kind of hosting us this morning as well, being our kind of place to go when we need to get out of the cold. Shack Shine, CTV News Kitchener as well. Angie, this has been so much fun. I'm so glad to see so many smiling faces out here today as well, too. It's great to see everyone.
It sure is, and you know what? It's great to make it to another year of Oktoberfest and celebrating Gemüt Lakite here in the Tri-City region.
Yes, it certainly has. We hope everyone enjoyed watching the 2024 Oktoberfest Thanksgiving Day Parade. I know we had a lot of fun here bringing you the broadcast and bringing you the parade live from downtown Kitchener as well. It's been a lot of fun. If you're having Thanksgiving with family, friends, loved ones, enjoy it today. And I hope everyone had a great long weekend as well. Prost on three.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Prost!
In a country that welcomes everyone, there's one holiday that does too. It's a holiday that's a little humbler. It's a chance to share a meal with family and friends and make some lasting memories. At the center of that meal, Canadian turkey, raised by Canadian farmers like us, on Canadian farms like this one. Put all that together and you have something pretty great. So here's to Canadian Thanksgiving and Canadian turkey.